injured. Today, I speak for the people injured by the COVID-19 injectable products through VAERS data. Analysis of the VAERS pharmacovigilance database in the context of the COVID-19 injectable products has revealed strong emergent safety signals, from myocarditis to death, that are not being acknowledged by the owners of the data. This goes against standard operating procedures and begs the question, why are the injured being hidden? Fact, the Bradford Hill criteria are used to assess causality in epidemiological data, such as the VAERS pharmacovigilance system. Fact, the proportional reporting ratio is used to assess whether or not a particular adverse event is more commonly reported in the context of a particular drug. If the PRR is greater than 1, a causal effect is indicated. Fact, the PRR calculation for death from VAERS in the context of the COVID-19 shots using current VAERS data is 3.6. Fact, the underreported number of deaths successfully filed to VAERS by January 20th, 2021 was 634. Based on historical guidelines, this was sufficient as a signal, not only to prompt an investigation, but to shut down the rollout of the COVID-19 shots. Fact, in 1999, a rotavirus vaccine designed to prevent rotavirus gastroenteritis was pulled from the market due to an intussusception signal emanating from VAERS, which comprised 584 cases. Question, if 584 cases of intussusception were enough to prompt product removal, then why weren't 634 cases of death not enough to prompt COVID-19 product removal? Fact, the early death count was hidden. Fact, currently 1,615,998 reports of adverse events have been successfully filed to VAERS in the context of the COVID-19 injectable products, with a staggering 1,013,442 reports filed in 2021 alone, when considering both the foreign and domestic data sets. The number of adverse events reported to the domestic VAERS data set for all vaccines combined has been on average 39,000 in total per year, and has been very slowly and steadily increasing in direct proportion to the increasing number of vaccine products on the market. See slide 1. In 2021, however, a 1,417% increase in reporting occurred, whereby 93% of these reports were in the context of the COVID-19 products. Fact, age is not deterministic for adverse event reporting. Since administration of the COVID-19 products to the 0 to 4 age group commenced, the rate of adverse event reporting has been increasing faster than for any other age group. Fact, the argument that this spike in reporting is due to increased shot administration is false. Slide 2 shows the comparison of the number of adverse events per million doses in the context of influenza vaccines and the COVID-19 injectable products in 2019 and 2021, respectively. On the left are the total adverse events, on the right are the deaths. The COVID-19 injectable products are associated with a 26 and a 100-fold increase in total adverse events and deaths, respectively, when compared per million doses with influenza vaccines in the same time frame. Fact, the Bradford Hill criterion reversibility is satisfied. When a drug is withdrawn, the side effects disappear. A strong correlation of R equals 0.8 and a high covariance exists between shot rollout data and myocarditis reports filed according to Our World in Data, new vaccination data, and VAERS data, respectively. As shot demand wanes, so do the myocarditis reports. See slide 3A. Fact, the Bradford Hill criterion specificity is satisfied. A very specific population at a specific site and disease is reported with no other likely explanation. Dose 2 is associated with a 4-fold increase in reporting of myocarditis in 15-year-old boys. This indicates specificity with regard to age and gender. See slide 3B. Fact, the Bradford Hill criterion dose response is satisfied. Greater exposure leads to greater incidence of the effect. Following dose 2, an increase in signal occurs. See slide 3B. Fact, myocarditis is not transient or mild. A new paper published by Rose et al. In the journal Therapeutic Advances in Drug Safety shows that myocarditis is associated with hospitalization in 76% of reports. There are 7 more Bradford Hill criteria that are satisfiable. That's a 10 out of 10 Bingo. Conclusion. Standard operating procedures for analysis of safety signals emergent from VAERS, when utilized, reveal causal links between the COVID-19 injectable products and the adverse events investigated. Standard operating procedures are not being followed by the owners of the data, namely CDC, HHS, and FDA, and this equates to hiding the millions of people reporting not only adverse events, but injuries in the context of the COVID-19 injectable products. Thank you.
Dr. Rose, I'm